I was doing a broadcast this weekend at a place called Reedy Creek Equipment, which I said on the air numerous times as Weedy Creek Equipment.
Oh, yeah, you had trouble with that one.
You know, I'm a professional broadcaster. The owner actually said, how long have you been how long have you broadcast? And I said, oh, I've been on the radio since I was 16 years old. He said, you can't say the name of my business. I said,
when he asked you, did you first think, Kelly, he was joking and do your fake inappropriate laugh?
yes.
Oh, you mean.
That's right. Because every time I went on, they were selling tractors and lawnmowers and all this great lawn equipment. The perfect day for it, springtime. And everybody was there. They had hot dogs and everything. And every time I'd go on, I'd say, Weedy Quick Equipment. And he'd come over, or he'd send his wife over and say, you've got to get this right. People, I'm messing this up left and right, saying Weedy Quick Equipment. And that was the day I started my diet. Okay, that was the day, Saturday.
Free hot dog day.
Free hot dog day. Can you imagine? Free hot
dogs.
Free hot dogs.
Unlimited?
We had unlimited free hot dogs at Weedy Quick Equipment. All day. With Wellish. So I'm there, okay, and they have free hot dogs. And numerous people come over and say, this is the best hot dog I've ever eaten in my life. Apparently, the staff there, it's a family-owned business, and they made homemade chili. And I had at least 5 people say, this is the best chili I've ever put in my mouth. You have to try it. And I kept saying, oh, I'll get to it. But really, I was on a new plan.
What made that happen?
I just said, because of my dear friend Biggie, when he comes back, he's my best friend. And he's away right now. And a lot of people ask about him. Mm-hmm. A lot of people came up and said, man, Biggie must have hit rock bottom. And I said, well, he's doing
rock bottom, actually.
Biggie hit rock bottom. And we sent him off to a facility. We did. I said, They said, where is he? I said, he's in a facility. They said, can you even speak with him? I said, no. There's no contact whatsoever with Biggie. He's out getting his health together. All these people are concerned about him. It's really an outpouring of emotion for him. Mm-hmm. But I said, I'm going to have to really get it in line when Biggie comes back with my diet.
It's not because
I care.
No. I think it's because you can't be
I can't be the fattest
heaviest
person
on the show.
I've told Biggie a few times he cannot be thinner than me ever. Now, he's got a long way to go.
Agreed, but we haven't seen him.
That's right. He may have. I mean, he said he dropped 16 pounds in a week, okay? He told me that specifically. He got one phone call. He called me and said, I just dropped 16 pounds.
All right, got to go.
All right, that's it. That's all he said. He's like, I'm coming for you. I just dropped 16 pounds.
Yeah. How's your diet?
Okay, so Saturday I said, that's it.
Yeah. Dogs and chili? No, not for me.
And I turned him down. And everybody, I watched our promotions guy. I never know his name. Something, not Felder. But
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay, Aaron. He ate 2 of them in front of me. And he said, this is the best hot dog I've ever had in my life. This chili is so good. He was just like on it. And I stayed strong and true the entire time because of Biggie. And then the next day, I just blew it out. The next day, I couldn't even.
A home blowout.
I couldn't keep it going. You know, I'd given up Diet Coke for 24 hours and then got right back on. It's just.
Do you need a facility?
I might need to do. When Biggie comes back, I might need to go.
Take his room?
Yeah, we need to trade places so I can get everything in order because I can't stay on it now. I am having serious trouble. Used to, if I needed to lose a few pounds, I could do it for a few months at a time. Now I'm having serious trouble with that.
You're over 50.
Well, that's right.
It's much harder for anyone.
It's harder.
It's harder for men when they're over 50.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Older you get, absolutely right. I think 40 and then 50 are certainly breaking points where it does get more difficult. Here's the whole point. Tons of people told me about you, BBJ. Mm-hmm. They said, and I'm quoting now, the guy filling in, he's all right. They'd say, we miss Biggie. I said, oh, God, I miss him too. Yeah. And they'd say, but that guy filling in, he's all right. Yeah. He'll do. He'll do.
You know
now.
What? He is.
He's all right.
Well, we've had numerous people. I mean, a ton of people say, he ain't bad. He'll do for now. Now, here's today. This is serious. Dave Aiken's not going to be here today.
No.
He is not in a facility.
No, he's not in a facility. No, he's not in a facility. I mean, a lot of people think
It
he
should be, yeah.
Really, of anyone on the program.
Right. I mean, he needs to get his life together.
Yeah.
But, and last week he told us this. He's like, in fact, probably a month ago, he said, there's a certain day on Monday, May 2nd, I may have jury duty. And I dismissed it. I thought, he ain't going to have jury duty. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I've ever been called for jury duty, 3 times, I've called them and they've said, oh, we don't need you. You know, you make that call the night before.
Yeah.
And so
But you don't know until
No,
the
you
night
never
before.
know. You never know. But I guess because they've never even entertained me needing to be there. I thought, well, he's not going to need to be there. So, I mean, I'm just basically
Playing the odds.
Using my own experience and putting it onto him. So he told me again on Friday, might not be here Monday. I said, Dave, you're going to be here Monday. Come on.
Yeah.
This is
Put him in the lineup.
Yeah. I said, you're in.
Kelly, Demm, Dave, the other guy.
The other guy. He ain't bad.
Yeah.
I said,
Mr.
Dave.
Ayo.
I said, Dave, you're going to be there. There's no doubt. He's like, I don't know. Because he has had jury duty before. We've joked about it. He's the least decisive person I've ever met. You could say to Dave, do you like hot dogs or hamburgers better? He'll take 15 minutes. He can't.
And you'll never get an answer.
Never get an answer. You know, do you like chocolate or vanilla ice cream? You'll never get him to say anything. And yet, they've put him on jury duty a few times. Now, I cannot believe he'll actually go to the jury. He's been shot. He works in the media. How could he possibly get into the jury?
No attorney, certainly no defense attorney worth his or her salt would allow Dave past voir dire.
No, he is not getting past voir dire. There's no question about it. Commentary on that.
I don't know what voir dire is.
He ain't getting
I was trying to figure that out when you were talking about that
He
earlier.
ain't gonna get
Well,
past.
that's the jury selection process. That's when
Yeah.
sometimes, and the last time I got called to jury duty, and this was more than 2 decades ago. You know, I sat in the room, and then they called me into the courtroom. They were trying to assemble a panel of 12, and they said, "Have you ever been a victim of a crime?" And I said, "I sure have."
Yes, and that's it.
When I was 16, and they said, "You're dismissed."
You're done. If you don't know about Chris Demm's past, now he was held up at gunpoint when he worked at a drugstore when he was 16 years old. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
I mean, like what, 4 guys with
4 guys,
guns on
all
him.
with guns,
shotguns, like sawed-off shotguns.
Well, the guy who was on me had a sawed-off shotgun. 1 guy was on the door. 2 guys had the pharmacist on the floor, and they got all the dilaudid.
It's terrifying to hear about it. Isn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, he's told us a few times. You know what I want to do? Tell me if you think this is a good idea.
Okay.
Biggie and Dave, they don't love it. Okay. I want to find, those guys were convicted. Chris Demm went to court.
I did the police sketch.
All of it.
I did the lineups.
All of it.
Oh,
I
wow.
did the court hearings.
They said, do you see the 4 people that held guns on you in here today? And he had to point him, and him.
It's so surreal when you literally have to point to the guy.
So you know he's not serving on a jury. He's
Yeah.
been a victim of a violent crime. Here.
Yeah.
I mean, guns were held on him. Here's what I want to do. Now, with technology, I want to find those men. I want to find all 4 of them. And one day, surprise Chris Demm by having them come in here.
You know, maybe one of them could come in and pull the phone off the wall for old times.
Reunion time. Reunion. You know, I mean, just think on it. Don't answer.
I'll have to let you know on
Don't
that one.
answer right now. Sit with
I'm
it.
probably older than the pharmacist they had lying on the floor.
Probably.
While they emptied out all the
Now,
painkillers.
That's right.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 16.
Oh, wow. Okay.
16. So I think probably these guys now have seen the error of their ways, and they're probably sitting and thinking, man, we scared that poor little teenager half to death. Let's go back and apologize. So I just
To
want
that
to
curly-haired girl.
Yes, that curly-haired girl who was 16. And I want to get them in here. And I don't even want to tell them why they're coming. I would say, this is the young
Remember
lady.
this guy?
This is the young lady right here that you held guns on.
Oh, God, she's trans. no, that's not the point.
No,
Not the point.
she was so scared when she was 16 years old and you held guns on this person. But I don't know. Biggie and Dave seem to think it might go awry.
You know, it's one of those things that, Kelly, every time you mention your little, your wild fantasy about reuniting the principal. Sadly, the pharmacist died years ago.
Well, yeah.
I've looked up I can't even find the crime in like the police logs.
That long ago.
I've looked up the name of the pharmacy, the date. Because I know the date.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
I just can't find any of it.
We got to figure out.
I know the prosecutor.
We got to get these
who
guys.
worked for the Commonwealth.
What time of year was it?
It was January 4, 1979.
Oh, my. Is that the... didn't we start this show 20 years later to the day? Yes,
we did.
We did. 20 years later to the day, we started. But look at that. See how things...
See, that's the whole thing. That'd be a big surprise thing. Yeah.
Okay. This January 4th.
Yes.
Let's get
a big celebration for many reasons.
A big celebration.
You remember the name of the guys?
Do you know the names of the guys?
I don't.
No.
I don't remember their
It's
names.
going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. We got to get a private investigator on it or something.